Hey, y'all, Caleb here again, and today I want to talk about acknowledgement. So acknowledgement, I'm not so much talking about like the superficial acknowledgement, acknowledging somebody for a nice car or, a nice watch or superficial things like that. That's beautiful as well, but it kind of, I feel it trains people to look outside for what's inside. And that's the type of acknowledgement that I'm talking about here. It's acknowledging people for the light and the beauty that you see inside of them. Acknowledgement is an act of creation. It's a way of being in this world. When you acknowledge somebody on something beautiful inside of them, it helps them to let that light shine more brightly. It helps them to identify that inside of themselves and grow from that place rather than something that's holding them back. You can acknowledge people for anything, like overcoming a dark period in their life, or or contribution that they're making to the world, or obstacles or challenges that they've overcome sometime in their life that they got squeezed by life. And what happens when you get squeezed, what truly comes out of you, something, acknowledging something beautiful that came out of them through that experience. So it's a very powerful way to impact others and to lift them up. I like to say that high tide raises all ships, and this is how I do this, through acknowledgement. You see something beautiful in someone, something that the light's shining through them in that area, and when you focus on it, it creates acknowledgement inside of themselves around that thing. So they say, wow, like this person just acknowledged something that I know is beautiful inside of me, and it helps that grow, because where we put our focus, that's what expands inside of ourselves, inside of other people. So it can be a very powerful way to bring people up around you and yourself as well. I'd like to share a story about when I was a younger man, my early 20s. I was doing a lot of traveling, and when I come back from the travels, I would work doing construction. And I wasn't very good at construction at that point, but I loved doing it. And I was working for a guy, Chris Robertson, general contractor from this area. He'd built hundreds of homes at that point, and he was basically like this guru of construction and just in general life. But he was someone I really admired and looked up to. And I'll never forget it. This one day I was working on the job with him, and he said, Caleb, you can do all of this. This is easy. You can do this. You've got this. And it stopped me dead in my tracks, because it was somebody that I really respected and I looked up to. And he took that time. It was only 15 seconds, a couple sentences he said to me that forever changed the course of my life. And that's how powerful acknowledgement is. When you get real with somebody, when you drop into your heart and you see something beautiful in them, it just brings them up. It can completely, change the course of someone's life. Just stepping out of your routine, stepping out of your day-to-day movement, and just being real with somebody and seeing something beautiful in someone. It just lights them up inside. It's focusing on the true you. It's focusing on the true you in others, what's real in them, not this, facade that the ego creates of having more and doing more and being more. It's focusing on what's true in somebody and allowing that to come out of them, and coaxing it out of them, speaking it out of them, speaking to it so that they can see it flower